Hello, people. I'm not showing you my face for a reason because I want you to focus on what I'm going to be talking about and showing you. I've been helping a young couple that makes pretty damn good money. $300,000 a year after taxes. That's what they make. Pretty damn good money. Okay? They have 4 kids and live a really good life to the point where they're fucking broke. Now, I tell it like it is. Don't give a fuck who you are. I have no problem. And when people come to me and ask me for my help, because they know that I'm kind of a dickhead, let's just go off of some numbers that I know are fact. I have verified all my numbers. So everything I'm going to show you and tell you is accurate. Yes, I'm smoking a cigarette. Don't give a fuck. They live a lifestyle. I call it the Jones lifestyle. They make good money. They can afford nice things. Downside is they overspent like a motherfuck. I mean, they spend like it's just fucking nothing. It's water. Every year they go out and purchase new cars. They have a 6-year loan on each car. They both drive SUVs. Their car payments are... Now, they don't own these cars, but their car payments are $28,000 a year for 2 car payments. A bit fucking stupid. Because they think they gotta drive, Lexus, and I forget what the fuck the other one was. But $28,000 a year in car payments for something that they're going to get rid of in a year and not own. They thought they had to have this really nice fucking house. I'm going to say it's a little bit under $1 million. It was a custom built home. It was a year old when they moved into it and bought it. This is what I just don't understand. Their house payment is $60,000 a year. Think about that. 60,000 fucking dollars is what they pay for their house payment every year. $5,000 a month. Just under $5,000 a month, but I round up. So all the numbers are there. Fucking ridiculous. Like I said, they have 4 kids, and their kids can share a fucking room. They got 2 girls and 2 boys. The house that they have was a 8-bedroom, 6-bath house. What the fuck do you need 8 goddamn bedrooms for and 6 fucking bathrooms? Who the fuck? I don't get it. I just it fucking boggles my fucking mind, for fuck's sakes. Okay, expenses and stuff are $4,000 a year just in insurance, not health insurance. Car insurance. Car insurance. We're already at what, 88, 92,000 a year that they're pissing away. Unfucking believable. Well, they had to have a house with a fountain in the front yard and a fucking swimming pool. Oh, we got kids, we need a fucking swimming pool. Bitch, you live in a town that's got a fucking lake. The fuck? Plus we have a swimming pool. Really? Really? You fucking morons. I don't get it. I just, like I said, people fucking, I don't know. For this big ass fucking house every year, they pay. Try to get this shit figured out. I'm doing it backwards. $10,000 a year in fucking utilities. Fucking utilities. Roughly $800 a month for their lights and gas and their water. Oh, because they have a fucking pool that, you know, the filter's got to be on and all that shit and blah, blah, blah. And their fountain's got to be on, you know, fucking 6 months out of the year, 24 hours a day. They don't shut the fountain off at night. Fucking ridiculous. You're fucking morons. You want to piss money away and act like you got fucking billions? Go for it. You'll be fucking bankrupt. Fucking bullshit. They like to eat. You know, a family of 6. It's not cheap if you go out to eat. The number I'm about to show you is unfucking believable. They don't like to eat at cheap places. They like to go to steakhouses, you know, and oh, we got to have, you know, 3 or 4 glasses of wine or 2 bottles of wine or whatever the fuck they think they got to have. Let's let that soak in for a minute. Eating out. $85,000 fucking dollars a year. Can you see that? Let me get it closer for you. Yep, my brain exploded when I seen that on their credit card statements. We'll get to credit cards later. I didn't even throw that in here because I'll explain all that. $85,000 a year fucking eating out. You don't have hands? You can't cook? You fucking morons? What? Explain that to me. Explain how the fuck you think you need to spend $85,000 fucking dollars a year eating out. Oh, I asked them that. They eat out 5 nights a week. 5. Not 1. 5. 5 fucking nights a week. Get that shit straight. Yeah, $85,000 a year. Confirmed. Through their credit cards, because they put their food on, you know, when they go out to eat. Credit card. Yeah. Then we get down to the next one. Which is $50,000 a year in clothes. How the fuck? Bitch, please. Oh, we have to go to the big stores and buy our clothes. Because that's the only place we can find what we want. Bitch, how about you go to motherfucking Walmart and buy you what you need, not what you fucking want? Can you afford it? Yeah. But guess what? You're fucking broke. And you're calling me to help figure out why you're fucking broke. $50,000 a year for clothes. Because they have to have name brand everything. Unfucking believable. Here's another one. $10,000 a year in car maintenance. Yes, 10. Bitch, I drive 100 times more than you do. 100 times more miles than you fucking do. And you're spending 10 grand. I had to inquire about that. Why is it 10 grand for fucking car maintenance? You're going to ask the same thing. How the fuck? Do they wreck a lot of shit? No. I had to ask. for everything they have done on their cars, which, like I said, they're high-end cars. They take it to the dealer to have everything done. Everything. Oil changes, tires, everything. Everything. Windshield wipers. They take it to the motherfucking dealer to have windshield wipers installed. What the fuck? I don't get it. Some of these are just mind-blowing. Here, let's get to $15,000 a year for home maintenance. $15,000 for somebody else to take care of your fucking house. You have 4 kids. What's wrong with them fucking helping do some of this shit? You know, mow the yard, do the dishes, vacuum, dust, mop. They have a maid that comes in twice a week. Twice a week. They pay a guy to mow their fucking yard. They pay somebody to do the snow removal of the sidewalk and driveway. Why? Why? The fuck is wrong with your goddamn kids? They're old enough. They can get out there with a goddamn snowblower. Or I'd give them a motherfucking shovel if it was me. Fuck that shit. 15 grand a year. The fuck out of here. Oh, they'd like to go on vacation. Mm-hmm. I would too. $22,000 a year, and they go on vacation 2 times a year. How the fuck do you spend 11 grand on a fucking vacation twice a year? Because A, they go to places on the other side of the country, which that's great. But rather than drive there and have more of a vacation and enjoyment, they load the family on a fucking plane, so they're spending $400 or $500 per ticket. There's $2,400. Excuse the cough. I smoked too much, or not enough. I don't know. Anyway, 22 grand. Oh, then when they get to their vacation, they get to that vacation place, they gotta rent a car, you know, to get around. Gots to drive. Fuck that. Motherfucker, you'd be going across this other side of town if I was in charge of your vacation, staying in a fucking Super 8. There you go. Last but not least, not bad, $5,000 a year for medical expenses. You have kids, they're going to get hurt, gotta go to the doctor, whatever. I'm okay with that one. That one I'm actually not, you know, I can't be upset about. I can't. Okay? There's your list. They make $300,000 a year. I'm going to show you this. They spend $289,000 a year. What the fuck, people? And wonder why you're fucking broke. Get the fuck out of here. So they reached out to me at the beginning of the year and asked me, hey, any way you can help us out? Get us kind of back on track? Gotta have a drink of Dr. Pepper. That was $1 million cigarette. Let that one burn up. Let me light another one. And these people are all over the fucking place. They're not just here. Oh. So, first thing I did was took their cars away. They put me in complete charge. I had full control. First thing I did was got rid of them fucking $1 million cars. And they bought 2 cars. One SUV for family things. And a family car that fits all of them. Okay. And they paid for them and only spent $25,000 for 2 cars. And they own them. Fuck me running. It's amazing what you can do. Instead of paying $60,000 a year, or whatever the fuck it was, $28,000 a year. Sorry, my numbers are fucked up. I'm looking at it on the backside here. But yeah, they paid $28,000 a year basically to rent fucking cars. They now own their cars and spent $25,000 and own the motherfuckers. Biggest one for me was selling their fucking house. They did get it sold. Took about 3 months. But it was the right time of the year because it was early spring. A lot of people want to buy houses early spring, right before like hard summer hits. They were spending $60,000 a year on the house payments. Sold their house, and their new house is only costing them, for a house payment, $28,000 a year. $32,000 a year savings right there. Jenga, motherfuckers, I win. To go from 60 grand to 28 grand, putting 32 grand in the bank automatically. And they made a nice profit on their house when they sold it, by the way. And what I did was I set that up into an account that all 3 of our names, his, hers, and mine, are on the account. But only I can access the account and take any money out. Okay? And they agreed to that. That's fine with them. I didn't know these people real well. I knew of them, and we had met a couple times. But we have a lot of mutual friends. Okay? So once they got on what I call the Earl budget, they were kind of pissed. They fought me tooth and nail for, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. Till it was beginning of June when I finally got them to understand what's going on. Okay? Their insurance stayed about the same. Okay? But now, that includes their homeowner's insurance. So they got car insurance and homeowner's insurance for $4,000 a year. Just their car insurance before was running them $4,000 a year. Their homeowner's insurance was like $2,800 a year. I didn't include that on the other side just because. So they're saving money there. Here's the biggest drop for me. Before, in their other big ass fucking mansion they thought they had to have, their utilities were running $10,000 a year give or take a little bit, not much. It wasn't too far off. Check that out. Cut the utilities in half. They were paying 10 grand for the big ass fucking house. They still have a pretty good sized house. It's an older house. It's been remodeled already. So, saved them 5 grand in a year. Just on utilities. It's amazing what not having a pool and a fountain that runs 24 hours a day and blah, 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 blah. People think I'm a hard ass on this, but I know what I'm doing. And I'm not trained, and I didn't go to college for all this shit. I used my fucking brain. You know? My mom and dad taught me a fucking work ethic. I worked my fucking ass off when I was a kid. I dropped out of school at 14. Got my GED right away. You know, yeah, it wasn't signed until my class graduated 4 years later, but technically I was a high school graduate at 14. You know, my mom told me, you're not going to live at home for free. The schools don't want you there because all you want to do is fight. And I said, yep. And she says, so you're going to pay rent. You're going to live in my fucking house. I said, okay. I had to pay $200 a month at 14 years old to live in my mom's house. Fuck me. We didn't grow up rich. Grew up fairly poor. My dad was a truck driver. My mom worked as a cook. Okay. My dad was an alcoholic. Drank all his money away on the road. You know, true story. My mom got a paycheck from my dad for Christmas, at Christmas time, from the company he worked for $1.11. He drank $900 in alcohol in a week. Merry fucking Christmas. We got nothing for Christmas. I didn't care. You know, I had my own money. It's sad, but it's true. You know, my mom worked her fucking ass off. My dad worked his ass off, but he drank it all. So anyway, we couldn't afford a snowblower. I had a fucking, and some of you will know what I'm talking about, a grain scoop shovel. Fucking a grain scoop shovel. That's what I started off my snow removal business with, because that's what I decided to do to pay rent. I dropped out right around Thanksgiving, so snow was coming. I started out with 5 customers, and I did make a friend in a local city office that I couldn't thank him enough. But he put my name and information out there and gave it to everyone he knew. And by the beginning of the year, in a matter of about 5 or 6 weeks, I had 60 customers. One of them happened to be an elderly gentleman that gave me a snowblower. Now, this was in 1981, 82, right in there. And he gave me a snowblower from the late 60s that hadn't run in many years, but he gave it to me and told me if I could get it running, I could have it. Well, my next door neighbor was a boat mechanic. I hauled it home. Neighbor Don, can you help me fix this? Well, let's tear it apart and see what we're doing. All right. Took it apart, $9 and change, less than $10. He had it running for me in about 4 hours, roughly, 3 or 4. Great guy. I had me a snowblower. I was proud as a motherfucker. I can make all kinds of money now, and a lot quicker. Because some of the driveways and sidewalks I did would take me an hour for each one. And at 14 years old, I was going to bed at 8, 9 o'clock at night, getting up at 1 o'clock in the morning, because my mom told me she will not haul my ass around to go shoveling. Not a problem. I fucking did it. Worked my fucking ass off. Froze my fucking ball sack many times. And now in 1981, 82, I was charging $20 per property. That was fucking unheard of back then. Literally, that was unheard of. That would be like $60 today to do a driveway and sidewalk. Unheard of by hand. You know? Apparently, I did something right because those customers asked me if I could take care of their lawns for them in the summer. I made money when it snowed, and then when it quit snowing and spring came, I had all them customers for lawn care. I did that for 3 years. I made good money. Made really good money. And I'm thankful that people didn't judge me because that was when I started growing my hair out and got my ears pierced and all that, and went through a lot, you know. But it was funny because I was the only 14-year-old walking around with $500 in their pocket on a consistent basis. You know, if I wanted something, I'd buy it. You know? It's crazy to think. I had to buy my own roller skates. You know, I wanted speed skates. I had to buy them. You know? As a kid, you know, you hope that your parents would buy you some things, but my mom said, you're going to learn to fucking do for yourself, and I did. So that's my story. Back to these people. Sorry about that little rant. These people spent $85,000 a year eating out. I gave them a budget of $12,000 a year now. Guess what? They're eating at home a hell of a lot fucking more. I told them if they didn't know how to cook it, they better fucking Google it, YouTube it, whatever. Buy a fucking cookbook, figure shit out. And they've stuck to this. They have stuck to all my plan. They have not gone over on any of this yet. I don't think they will. I took them to a few new stores that they'd literally never been in. And guess what? We went from $50,000 in before the virus hit. In 2019, they spent $50,000. I can document that off their credit cards, mind you. 10 grand is their new budget. They asked me how the fuck they were going to do that, and I loaded them up, and we went shopping. Okay? We went to Fleet Farm. Of all places, they have clothes there. Imagine that. They have jeans. They're boys. They can buy fucking Levi's or whatever the fuck, you know. They don't need fucking Gucci fucking jeans or whatever the fuck they wear. They wear some really expensive shit. When I seen the price tag on one of the pairs of jeans for the boys, $280 for a pair of fucking jeans. Get the fuck out of here. Bitch, you're gonna get a goddamn job and buy your own fucking jeans. If you're gonna pay $280, you're paying for it. Fuck that. Yeah. Stupidity at its finest. They were spending $10,000 a year on car maintenance going to the fucking dealer. Boop. $4,000 is all they're going to be allowed to spend this year because I have introduced them to going to repair shops that aren't going to charge you $900 fucking million a goddamn minute that you're sitting there. Fuck that. Cut way down. Imagine that. Now, remember, got to look at it. Everything that they're saving on is money that they're putting in the bank. Their home maintenance went from $15,000 a year to $2,000. Guess why? And that's a little bit high, because that's not going to be every year. At $2,000, they bought a snowblower and a riding fucking lawnmower. Guess what, kids? You're going to learn how to fucking work. You bitches ain't going to sit around on your motherfucking ass while I have somebody fucking taking care of the house and the lawn. Oh, and the snow. You got 2 fucking legs and 2 arms? Get your ass out there and fucking do work. Fuck that shit. So that $2,000, that's a one-time deal. Guess what? They're going to save another $2,000 every year after this year, because they got a brand new riding lawnmower and a snowblower to fucking use. Fucking pay somebody to take care of your shit. They've gone on one vacation this year. I did allow them to travel to, I forget where they went, Oklahoma City. Red Rock Canyon down in that area, if you know about it. Cool place. They were allowed to spend $4,000 on their vacation. They're getting another vacation at the end of the year for their Christmas break from school. Boop. Went from $22,000 a year on vacations to $8,000. That's all they're allowed. Guess what? They're driving. They ain't flying. They ain't staying in fucking, 10-star rated fucking hotels and eating at 50-star rated fucking restaurants and shit. Motherfucker, you go to goddamn Burger King and McDonald's, get your goddamn food. Fuck off. Their medical expenses, I am allowing still the $5,000, because that's pretty fucking minimal. Now, they went from $289,000 a year in annual expenses to $103,000 fucking dollars. And that's going to go down because their budget's going to get tighter as we go. And I've already made that clear to them. The eating out will come down. The clothes will come down. Oh, and the cars, that, they're paid for. So after this year, that's another 25 grand they can put in the fucking bank. The clothes, that I could probably get down even less. I could probably get that down to probably $4,000 or $5,000. Cut that in half again. Car maintenance right now I have set up at $4,000. It's probably going to be less than that. It'll probably come in, I'm going to guess probably maybe $2,000, $3,000. So that'll be a little bit savings. Home maintenance, again, $2,000 this year because of the fact I did make them buy a fucking snowblower and a riding lawnmower. And make their fucking kids get out there and learn how to use them. Oh, boys and girls. Trust me, the girls were pissed that they had to learn how to do this shit. Oh, they all had to learn how to use a fucking weed eater. That was entertaining. For me. I fucking laughed. Don't give a fuck. Right there's what I care about. $103,000 a year. Think about that. That's a $186,000 savings. So think about that. And in 4 months that they've been officially on my budget, on the Earl budget, okay, not counting the profit that they made off their house when I made them sell their house, they have managed to put away $109,712 4 months. 4 months. Over $100,000 in the bank. Their credit cards are paid off. I told them not to cancel them. We're going to cancel one at the end of the year and every 3 months after that, because it will take their credit score will take a little bit of a hit when you close out a credit card. But the balances are paid off. They have no outstanding debt other than their house, and the profit from the sale of their other house could have been used to pay down this house quite a bit, but they didn't need that right now. But when a young couple is making $300,000 a year and they're spending $289,000 a year, let that sink in. 289,000 fucking dollars a year. Trying to get it so that the camera will see it better. $289,000 a year is what they were spending. 289. What the fuck? And then wondering why they only had $11,000 in the bank. And in 4 months, they've put 10 times that in the fucking bank by using Earl's common sense tip. If you don't need it, you don't fucking need it. Don't piss away fucking money on shit you don't fucking need. Can I do that? Yeah, because I'm a tight ass. I'm not gonna lie. You know, do I spend money on my midgets? Yeah, I spend, but I have a budget. You know, and my monthly budget is $500 to $1,000 a month that I have play money with. The rest of my money sits in the fucking bank. I bought a lot of muscle cars years ago as an investment. I've made money off of them. A situation came up earlier this year that I'm not going to get into, but I ended up having to sell a few cars really fast to make some cash to pay for a lawyer. Done deal. You know, I sold a few cars, took a, you know, it's not that I didn't make money, I just didn't make as much as I could have had I held on to them. But I don't care. You know, life goes on. Shit's gonna happen. There ain't fuck all you can do about it. Move on. Anyway, that's the story. A young couple, 4 kids, $300,000 a year income after taxes. You know, people say, well, that's before taxes. No, that's their net after taxes. You know, and it's ridiculous that they were fucking literally broke. Think about that one. Alright, that's my video for now. Have a great day.